All right, so let's look at a few more different types of houses for our companion guides. So I have a couple here that look like almost similar to a science project. This one's for the Maze Runner. And they named it the Glade. Oh, actually, no, sorry. That's actually a diorama of the scenery. We have our chapters on the side, and they named it Remember, Survive, Run. And the way they set up their table of contents is up at the top, and then you have all of their chapters on the sides. Here's another one for Percy Jackson and the Lightning Thief. So again, the table of contents and then all the chapters on the sides. Someone here made a shadow box. They set it up so that there were letters, which is a thematic connection to the book. So for Flora and Ulysses, we have all the different letters in these little letter holders, but each letter is actually a chapter. One student had theirs done at Kinko's. You can see it's professionally created. Again, very much like a binder, except it has the spiral. Starting off again with the table of contents, and then we have the chapters, finishing up with the conclusion page, wrapping it all up. For a series of unfortunate events by Lemony Snicket, this one is the mystery file. And so they, kind of burnt the edges of the file, give it a little bit of a more interesting look. Then they have their table of contents on the back. This one you've seen on my desk for a while. These are the scrolls. So each scroll is a different part of the table of contents. And actually, this person put a framed version of the table of contents right next to the scrolls when we were having our party. So to showcase what's inside the scrolls. And then they numbered, like this one says conclusion. They had different numbers on the scroll tops to let us know which chapter was which. This student sort of took a similar path as Rachel's over here. I think Rachel's used Coca-Cola or some kind of soda, and I know Hannah used coffee and soaked the pages in coffee, and it gives it a thick feel, and then she burnt the edges. Get parent permission for that one. Some people like to use a book, make it, it's smaller, so you'd have to mess with the font a little bit. You can see that this one by Lee it's smaller font, so you'd have to change that, which can be an extra step, but it also came out so beautifully. So I'm just showcasing these to let you know what the different houses are that I've had in the past. This is not exhausting all the possibilities, so I am open to any and all of your ideas. One more thing I wanted to showcase. I mentioned board games. When we're doing our creative chapters, some students like to make it really interactive. Now you can, of course, I'll be showing in another video clip about the interactive, like choose your own adventure, and you can make things on the computer, but sometimes we just want to sit down and play a game. This is the If I Stay. It's kind of like the game of life and death. We have a couple of Monopoly versions of it. Here's another game of life. So, I'm going to give you a heads up if you choose to do something like this. It is not an easy task. It takes time. If you really get dedicated to it and do it properly, you have to make all the cards, you have to make up the rules. So, this might be something you would do if you have someone else in the pod who's also reading your book, and maybe you can join forces and split the work up. But if you do choose to do something like this for your creative chapter, it is a lot of work. So I'll be going over lots of other ideas for creative chapters when I showcase the version, the next video with the screen sharing, when I show you the virtual options. All right, so I'll see you on the next video, and I'll show you what the websites and electronic virtual houses look like.